Alright guys, so this is the last section. We have our app, and we're not going to actually submit it to the app stores because it's really a learning tool. It's not a real application that someone would use. So we're going to go through the process and the links and pages and everything that needs to be done to submit to the app stores, preferably the Android App Store and the Apple Store. So let's go over what we need, what we should have within our app. Okay, so we need an application title, and there's a couple rules to your title. This will actually be what's displayed to the user, so it should be very user friendly. It shouldn't be all lowercase. It can't begin with an underscore or a dash, and really shouldn't even have an underscore or a dash because it's not really a user-friendly name. That's more of a system name. It cannot end with a dot or a period. The app title may be shortened if you make it too long. It may automatically be shortened. iOS allows only one line for your title, and Android allows 2 lines. And it's recommended that you stay under 17 characters to avoid any kind of truncation. So here are the operating system versions that you can submit for. There's Android 2.1 and up, iPhone 3.1.3 and up, iPad 3.2 and up, and then iPhone and iPad 3.2 and up. So you can choose, if you're developing an iOS app, you can choose from any of these. You can have just the iPhone, just the iPad, or both. Alright, so if you want to do the push email or push messaging, you'll need to create a brand new Google account, and that account will be used to register the application's push messaging. Okay. Application icons. Okay, so each platform has its own set of icons, and it has to be the right size or your app and its page will not look right. So for Android, we have the launch icon, which is basically the main icon that'll be put on the user's device's desktop. That should be 72 by 72 pixels. You should also have a high resolution icon at 512 by 512, which is pretty big icon. You can have a promotional icon, which I believe is optional, which should be 180 width and 120 height, and also a feature graphic icon, which can be 1024 width and 500 height. iOS has 2 launch icons that you should have, which are 57 by 57 and 72 by 72. You should also have a high resolution icon at 512 by 512, which should be a minimum of 72 DPI. Splash screens. These are the screens that show while your application is loading. And I would suggest that you create a nice splash screen. It just makes the app look more professional and more enticing. Okay, so the specifications. On Android, you need a portrait, which is 320 width by 544 height, and also 800 width by 1255 height. And for landscape, it's 569 by 295 and 1280 by 775. For iOS, you want your portrait splash screen to be 320 by 460 and 768 by 1004. And the landscape will be 480 times 30 and 124 times 748. So these are very important sizes to remember. Alright, so costs. It doesn't cost a lot to deploy your apps into an app store. Apple has a $99 developer fee that you'll need to pay in order to create and deploy your apps to the App Store. Android Android developer's account is needed, and you can pay a one-time fee of $25 to do that at developer.android.com. Okay, so like I said, iOS platform choices are iPhone, iPad, and also iPhone and iPad. So you'll choose from one of these when you submit the app. Alright, so application text. Here are the requirements and limitations of text. So the title should be 30 characters or under. The description should be 4,000 characters or under. Promotional text for Android is 80, and keywords for Apple App Store is 100. So categories, you must choose the correct category for your application, and these two links will take you to a page where it actually displays the available categories to choose from. Screenshots. The app stores require screenshots of your app. You need at least 2 and up to 5. So Android, here's your image sizes, 320 by 480, 480 by 800. iPhone has a bunch of different sizes that you can use. Same with iPad. So those are very important image sizes. And when you make screenshots, you want to make them of the key aspects, the key screens of your application. Alright, so application submission. Now that we have everything that you need, you can now proceed to submit your app at the links below. So you pay the $25 for Android apps. You can go to this link, pay your $99, create a new iOS developer account, go to this link. And these are what the pages look like. So that's pretty much all you need to know to submit your application. And this course has now come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And hopefully you'll be up and creating awesome web apps before you know it. Thank you.